Hey everyone, I am walking by the Reitz Union right now. Walking by the bookstore part of it, the place where you could get textbooks at the absolute worst prices. Also, I had to replace my student ID there a lot. I tended to lose it in dumb ways. But I'm walking to the Reitz Ravine. I'm going to kick my shoes off and have a little walk through it if it doesn't get dark too fast. So, see you in a minute. Now I'm going to come in through the side, and as I film this, I realize I'm still covered in ant bites from last time I went in the steam tunnels. Hoping those go away soon. Otherwise, I need to wear a scarf or headphones around my neck while I'm filming. Don't want it to look like I have some sort of weird skin disease. All right, I'm almost at the entrance. I'm going to find a place to leave my shoes. Here we are. You can actually enter from the bridge, but this is going to let us see more of the ravine. It's from one end to the other, I guess. And I'm sort of going down this slope. Still got my shoes on. And it's getting dark pretty fast. So, hopefully I could get from one end to the other and back. I might just leave my shoes here. It's the only pair I have at the moment. Hopefully no one steals them. But I'm going to leave them right here. Let's get these off. There's probably still a few dead ants in here. I was just at animal science buildings feeding the horses. So my ankles are now covered in ant bites again. But let me get these off and we'll start filming. Right, my feet are still a bit sore from yesterday's shoeless adventure, but here we go. This is the least natural part of the ravine. Ooh, that water is cold. I'm definitely not going into this storm drain. Lots of moving water there. But let's get started. We are right near the Reitz Union, and we are sort of under the bridge that leads to it, walking along the riverbanks. Why I've taken my shoes off, besides the obvious of there's water, is it gets deeper, and there should be silt eventually. And I don't want to lose a shoe in the silt, even if I wasn't worried about them getting wet. Sort of crouch walking my way through here. It's land right next to me if I want to get out, but going through the water is more fun. There's lots of brickwork. There's all sorts of old construction stuff in here. But I don't think there's much metal, so my feet should be safe. Here, better angle. I thought I saw a crab just now, but it was just a leaf sort of moving around in the water. And we're walking. I see some raccoon footprints on the ground. I'm stepping on lots of rocks. I'm going to turn the camera around because there's the bridge up ahead. And up there is the little footbridge that takes you over the Reitz Ravine. There used to be a Japanese loquat tree growing right next to it so you could pick the fruits, but it looks like it has died. It was sort of right in the middle there. It's dead now. Water is getting deeper, but there's not too much trash in it, fortunately. Just lots of very hard, pointy rocks under my feet. I'm wearing better clothes for this today, even better than yesterday. I have sort of shorts on. I don't mind if they get wet. This is not, the water shouldn't be too dirty, I mean. There's a few fish in here, minnows and stuff. And I've actually been in here before. I think it was my first year on campus, and I thought I want to walk through this ravine. I'm from Central Florida, I guess, Sarasota. We don't have any topography at all. It is dead flat. There's not much there. I recently waded through a river there, and it was well, there's no slopes on the side. There's no banks. It's not as fun. This river, fortunately, it's not a river. It's like a creek or something, a stream. It does have banks. They go up quite far, maybe 15 feet up. Then on this side, if you're in the middle of campus and you want to lay down and just contemplate nature, that grass is very soft, and there's lots of layers of tree branches overhead. It's very meditative if you're into that. All right, the river seems healthier than last time I was here. It's like some sort of vape pen down there. I don't know what. There's old concrete steps and slabs everywhere, but there's less silt. The water is flowing faster. There's a lot more plants growing sort of into the water even, which is nice. I'm getting caught in some cane right now. There we go. Lots of trees. UF Forestry and IFAS plants a lot of cool trees. Not just native trees, but ornamental trees. Even there are some invasives here. There's a camphor tree nearby, which is from Southeast Asia. Florida has the issue of being a sort of port state. Lots of ocean-going vessels arrive here, and we have a very similar environment to Africa and Southeast Asia in some areas. So trees that thrive there, the seeds will get sort of seeds and bugs, not just plants, will get caught in the ships or in the storage crates, and they will make their way here and establish themselves. That's why we have Burmese pythons in the Everglades, the monitor lizards down there. We've had beetles destroying lots of native trees, and we have lots of invasive plants that come from Asia and end up here and sort of take over. They're more adapted for competition, I guess. A bit of a tougher area here. There's lots of vines. The water is deeper. Some of this is actually just dead wood, but I'm going to shove my way. Oh, okay, the ground is silty now. I'm sinking in a little bit. I could move this branch out of the way. Here we go. I'm just going to lift. Ooh, my pants are in the water now, finally. All right, that wasn't working. I'm going to try again. The fringe of my shorts are now wet, but fortunately I have a lighter on me, but nothing else that is water sensitive, I believe. Actually, I'm going to pull out my eye drops. I don't want dirty water getting into those. And we're walking. The water is maybe 2.5 feet deep here. It's quite cold on my thighs. Ooh. I had one leg's rolled up, but the other one is now a bit damp. Oh, you don't want that touching your groin. But it's pretty cool down here. There's a big bend in the river. This camera's not too wide angle, so you can't see it perfectly, but there's evidence of raccoons running around. There's, it just looks sort of like a lagoon, I guess. It's or like a jungle river, a very small one. It's really cool being down here in all this. Up ahead, you get a, ooh, let me get onto this sort of slippery rock. Oh, that's not rock, that's clay. Very slippery, but we have a big cliff up here. I'm going to turn the camera vertical for a second. You got this big cliff. And up ahead, you have a sort of rock fall that is having water filter through it. That probably catches a lot of trash and silt that would otherwise clog up this bit of the river. See, this is all hard clay I'm walking through. And I'm trying to sort of get over the sticks and stuff without slipping on the clay. It's just clay. I mentioned in one of the last videos it's very slippery. But here I am up against this cliff. This is a pretty cool place, actually. It looks a lot cooler than last time I was here. I'm going to stay away from the... Oh, almost fell into it. Oh, I was going to stay away from the deep water. I almost messed that up. But I'm sort of at a little sandbar at the side. Lots of interesting plants. There's actually a trail up there that takes you directly to the Reitz. So anyone walking up there might be able to see and hear me filming this video, which is fun. Let's keep going past all these rocks. And most of them are flat and stable, which is nice. That one's sort of covered in weird moss. And we have little waterfalls here. Someone has... Oh, some of those rocks are sharp. Someone has left their little lanyard down here. Let's get that out of the water. That's just all microplastics and nylon fabric ending up in our drinking water and stuff. I'm going to toss it up on the slope. It's still littering, but it's less bad than what it could be, being in the water and all. I'm out of the water. I'm sort of walking along this little path through the palm trees. There's lots of rocks here, and there is a anti-erosion netting on these rocks. Let's do a little sweep vertically. That's to stop all the rocks from falling down. It's actually I'll get closer so you can see it better, is wire mesh, like a construction fence. And that way the rocks will not fall out. You don't just have a fence covering the rocks. Oof. We also have this, which looks like some sort of oh, it's actually in the river too. Let's see what that is. All right, some sort of weird matting. I don't know what that is. I vaguely remember it from when I was here 6 or 7 years ago, but I think they may have installed some new stuff too. This is all like, it's not soft. It must be some sort of like poured concrete stuff in the river. There's no plants growing on it, like just little tiny ones and some moss or lichen. In the river, there's nothing here. So I guess this is like a filtration area where stuff is going between some rocks, comes down here, and goes down between some more rocks. That way nothing sort of builds up. Here we are. There's the last little bit of waterfall between these rocks. And let's get up here. And that is sort of the tip. You can see one of the campus buildings up there, and in a second you'll see Reitz Union, if I don't slip on these. Lots of fun sounds today as I film. Stepping on rocks with your bare feet makes you make all sorts of weird grunts. Cool view behind me right now too, if you can see it. It's just all that weird sort of fabric stuff and river going through it. It's interesting. Yeah, I'm climbing some rocks right now. Trying not to grab hold of this stuff because that is very sharp. Looks like a needle palm maybe, or some other weird species of palm tree. We got a nice sable palmetto here, which is a good handhold. If you're ever in the wilderness and you need rope, you can actually take these fronds and split them in half. They make some pretty strong rope, even after they've dried. And here we go. This is, oh, it gets deep down there. I go have a look. This is sort of where the water's coming out of. And through those trees, you can see the Reitz Union. So let's get a bit closer to that. Much as I'd like to take a look down there, it is very slippery and deep. And shit, now that I say it, I probably have to do it, don't I? I'm going to roll my pants up to indecent levels and pop in there. If anyone walks by here now, my pants are just like barely covering my genitals, so hopefully no one does walk by here and see the not too little mermaid bathing in this weird stormwater stuff. I'm in here now. It's going to get deeper in a second. I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see it better and hopefully not dump this in the water. I'm not anticipating this with any pleasure. Oh, it's cold water. The weather outside is very nice and hot, but I'm about to have to roll my pants up to like above my butt cheeks. I am deep in the water right now. Oh no, it's going on my crotch. All right, I need to duck under this little thing. It's the opposite of this one. And let's get in here. Oh, that water's all over me. But I'm in. It sounds almost thunderously loud here. If you've ever been to, I forget if it was Disney or Animal Kingdom or Universal, they have a river rapids ride. And you're on this sort of big ass raft. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say ass on YouTube. Let's see. You're on this raft, it goes under some waterfalls, and it sounds like this. You hear the sound coming up, and you know someone's about to go under the waterfall and get soaked. And you always hope it's not you, because then you need to walk around for an hour while you dry out. But it doesn't smell bad down here. The water smells all right. I do not have my flashlight. I can't turn on my phone flashlight while I'm filming. So, shit. We are going to have to go in there. And I'm going to have to come back with a light when we do. So that's going to have to be tomorrow. I'll probably also go out to a few other areas of campus then. But yeah, get ready for that. That's going to be pretty cool. All right, folks. I'm going to make my way out of the water and dry my balls. I will see you next time. All right, folks. Peace. Little postscript here. I am sort of making my way along this very narrow, slippery ledge. I'm going to just climb out of the ravine on the hillside and walk on dry land to retrieve my shoes and sunglasses and socks, because I don't want to walk back through the water over the rocks at the moment. My feet are still sore from yesterday. So let's climb out. And almost fell back in. Let's make our way up. It's the time of night when you start making dumb mistakes. So I'm going to really end the video before I do anything too stupid. See ya, everyone. All right, folks, and here's the real end of the video. I have located my shoes and they are both here, and my sunglasses. So I'm gonna go back up the slope and put them on, and I'll see you all tomorrow when I go into that storm drain, probably wearing even less clothing than this. I only have so many clothes because I'm getting ready for a hike. I can't keep destroying them and having you put them in washes. So, for real, folks, see you next time. Bye.